going on, guys? Thought I'd make a little video on some cold starts. It's like 13, sometimes 15 degrees. I was driving when I was on my way driving here. So I'm gonna do a cold start on the generator, and probably this bike we call Pinky, and probably the 300EX. I can't imagine that anybody really want to come out and play in weather, colder than this, but, pretty much if these machines would start up in that, it's probably about the coldest I would ever want to come out and play with them, but, alright, the, generator is a, one of those Champions, pretty much the same thing as like a Harbor Freight or, most China ones. It has a GX200 Honda clone on it. Usually does be pretty good. This would be the Pinky bike cold start. Like I said, it's a 300EX with a CG250 Honda clone engine. Kind of have to put recaps in some of this stuff because people just come across the video and don't know anything about it previously, but if you look up CG 110 or 125 Honda, was not sold in the United States, and it's a copy of it. So they bored it and stroked it and made it bigger. If there's a China engine, I have a couple favorites, which would be the GX200. The only one I own is on the generator, but that thing is like got hundreds and hundreds of hours on it. It's been great. And it'll be this one. This thing here actually has an hour meter on it, and currently has like 260, I think, last I looked. 270 maybe. Pretty good for a machine that doesn't have any forced air on it. It doesn't have a fan or anything to blow on it, just whatever goes across it. But alright, see if I can get you guys positioned. Probably the first time on this video you guys actually see me in camera. The battery's gonna give out on me. Alright, so we got deep cycle battery hooked up to it, and we'll see if we can get it to fire now. The batteries in these bikes are just so little. I think they're like 7 or 8 ampere hour, and so we'll see what. So we'll let that guy warm up a little bit, and alright, a cold start on the actually this is a 250X with a 300EX engine. A little bit about it is these bikes are pretty common here, probably one of the most common bikes, and I I can tell you, they're not very good at starting in the cold. This one here has a performance CDI box on, which it puts out a hotter or a higher voltage to the ignition coil, and it kind of overruns it, and you get a little bit hotter spark. And other things done to it is it has a, which I'll show you in a second, a PZ30 carburetor, which is a smaller carburetor than what's on these. And here, here's a carburetor that's actually stock on these, and with, you know, stock piston and, you know, stock cam, these carburetors are actually a little bit too big, in my opinion, for the CC of the bike. Carburetors on there is one of these. This carburetor is actually only 2 millimeters smaller than that one. That one has a lot of boxy material on it. But I found that these actually work better for, you know, starting up really easy. And a cold start on this thing. I already hooked up a battery to it. I haven't tried anything. I just went ahead and hooked another battery up to it because I figured it's going to be the same way as the other bike. What's nice about the PZ30 carb is that the choke goes up on the handlebars. So it started, and probably a little bit of playing with the throttle a little bit, it would stay running. I don't think I need to torture you guys with all that. But really, if this thing had the stock carb, you know, the stock ignition system on it, you would just fight and fight and fight with this to get it running at this temperature. But some of you guys probably interested in seeing more Rhino videos. With it being cold like it is, pretty much just I come out here for a little bit, maybe gather up some stuff to do at home. I'll show you in a little bit, but a little bit of something I got here. Free metal. This was like a skid, metal skid from work. Some material came in, and I think it's probably 1.5 by 1.5 angle iron, and there's some C-channel on there. So I'll have some metal to work on the Rhino. I need some material to put in the back of it. So, you know, I'll do some more work on that as soon as we get a little nicer weather. Sorry about the shaking. Alright, I've been cleaning up stuff at home and painting it. Doesn't really seem like, much, but it takes a long time to, like, clean this stuff to really detailed, and pretty much, like, I clean off, like, I take a wire wheel and I get off all the loose paint that's on stuff, and then I'll take sandpaper and kind of blend in the transition between, there's paint on it and there's not, the bare metal. And try to get as good a look as I can on it. This paint is actually like just spray can duplicolor stuff, and I try to leave as much of the original paint on as I can, because it's 10 times better what I'm putting on. But when I put a bike together, I try to I try to have it like looking like new, and this paint's kind of crap, but it's better than nothing. And so I have like I first put them together. I want them to look really nice, get some video and pics and stuff like that of them, and then once they get dropped in the mud, all of this hard work is kind of goes to waste. But you can kind of see here, what we got. These are the 400EX arms I made another video of, and the Heim joints in them are like brand new. If anything, maybe somebody actually replaced them, but they're, you know, after I took solvent and kerosene and just cleaned them all out really good, got the old grease out, some grit, and so, and then, you know, I even go through the bother of making sure I tape off all the rubber and stuff like that, so it looks, you know, kind of original. And then some other things is like this right here is the carrier for the LT230, and some other hardware stuff here. This would be brake rotor hub. This gas cap turned out really nice. Let's see here. And probably, you know, upcoming video, well, not that one out there. Pinky has some clutch things, and I don't think it's the plates. I actually think it's something else, and probably revisit that. And a rear end. I plan on trying to do something different with the rear end, and probably on a nice day, like, you know, almost 50, I'll probably work on the Rhino a little bit and using some of that free metal I got. So, right, it's winter time, guys, so not a whole lot happens out here when it's cold like it is. But I guess I'll catch you guys later.